Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HALACHA. And here's a brand new HALACHA for you, and it's for Sunday, the 5th day of January, 8th day of Teves. I need to explain to you in today's HALACHA what the 8th of Teves is. It's actually considered a very sad day. Not everybody knows that. I'll tell you what's sad about the 8th of Teves. It's going to sound so backwards because it's almost going to sound like an amazing miracle to you, but here goes in short. Um, the Greek leader Talmai wanted to see the Torah translated into Greek. Okay, that's just the thing that he had. So what he conspired to do was he got 70 great rabbis, and without warning them, just nabbed all 70 of them, put them in 70 different locations, and had them translate the Torah into Greek. The reason he did it that way was because he didn't want them collaborating together and changing up pieces, because he wanted to get the real Greek translation of every word of Torah. So the rabbis worked alone, each and every one of them, and translated the Torah into Greek as they were commanded to do. And they made switches here and there. The reason they made switches was because they saw certain things, like in the first three words of the Torah, they saw a switch necessary because the first three words are Bereshis bara Elokim. Bereshis, in the beginning God created. In the beginning created God actually would be the literal translation. And they thought, oh my gosh, if we write in the beginning created God, this crazy Greek king is going to think that there's an entity called in the beginning, which created God. So they swapped it around and said, God created in the beginning the heaven and the earth. Okay? The amazing thing was, though, that all 70 rabbis thought of the same switch. And that happened many times throughout their translation. They got to, like the words, Nasa Adam Mitsalminu Kidmusenu, let us create man in our image. And they said, uh-oh, if we translate it literally, let us make man, he's going to think there are a lot of gods up there, which is like what Greeks like to think, that there's a lot of gods up there. And that's not true. The reason God said, let us make man, was because he was talking to the angels, but Talmud wouldn't accept that and he would get a wrong impression. So they made a switch, and they all made the identical switch. That's like miraculous. Last one I'll tell you is just fun. When they were listing the non-kosher animals, one of the animals was called the Arneves, and they said, uh-oh, Arneves is the name of Talmai's wife. And if we translate and say that the non-kosher animal called the Arneves is a non-kosher animal, it'll insult him, and it'll be horrible if we insult this crazy man. So they all made a switch, and they all made the identical switch. Do you understand how miraculous that is? They switched it to the fast-moving rabbit or hare or something instead of using the word Arneves. And it's astounding that they all came up with the same change. This happened many times over, so that when they were finished translating the Torah, they all had an identical copy of the Torah in Greek. That's astounding. It's miraculous. You and I would have called that a miracle day. The rabbis called it a sad day, and I need to explain that to you. They called it a sad day because they said, now the Torah has left its great pinnacle. Now, weirdos like Talmud can sit back and read it and say, oh, this book isn't as amazing as I thought. Many Greek people can now read the Torah. Many people can translate it into their own languages, and the Torah loses its pedestal status because they don't understand what they're reading. They don't understand the meaning of the stories, and they have negative opinions on our great and cherished Torah. So the rabbis considered it a sad day. When they looked at the 8th and the 9th and the 10th of Teves, the 8th being the sad day that translation came out for the Greek world, the 9th day being the day that Ezra passed away, Ezra the Sofer, great man, and the 10th day being the day that we'll tell you about in a little bit, when the siege began around Yerushalayim, leading to its destruction. They were going to make it a 3-day fast, but most people aren't capable of doing that, so they decided that we'll just have the fast on the 10th of Teves, but we do mark the 3-day sadness, and now you know all about it. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.